Hello guys. Well, today, as you've just heard and seen, I started making lessons with an electric guitar. It's my new girl. So I don't want to extend myself a lot. Let's go direct to the lesson, this phrase you've heard, and a couple of things that I want to mention about Jimmy Raney's style. The first thing I want to talk about is the exercise. It's pretty simple. Let's see it. Let's see it in the first key, which is F major. Right? The first three notes, it's we are playing over a C7 chord, and this is you could see it as a B flat. I like to think of this as an incomplete G minor 7 chord. Right? Which is, I think that's the missing note on the first beat. I like to see it that way. By the way, this is a phrase that Jimmy Raney plays on the tune, but I modified it, the ending, right? He plays this, and I added right? That's what he plays. I'm gonna write here in the exact measure where he plays that, and I added, right? Why I added this? This is a really common idea on that many musicians play. For example, Joe Pass, Jimmy Raney, Wes Montgomery, Tal Farlow, Biréli Lagrène, I don't know, almost everyone plays these approach notes. And in a second, in a while, I'm going to talk specifically about that idea. But now I want to see the phrase, and then as I've just said, I want to talk about these ideas that Jimmy Raney plays on this tune, 8 different moments. Okay, so let's go back here. The first notes, as I said, that I like to think about as a G minor 7th arpeggio, but incomplete without the G. With that slide, chromatic. This note would be the third of C7. So E flat, D, the ninth, D flat, the flat, the ninth, and the tonic. But here we are on the next chord, the F major 7th. So we don't see this as the tonic of the C7. We think of this as the 5th of the F major 7th. Right? Until the ninth. That's the whole phrase. That's a different position, but let's go back to the first one. Here, when we play this, I think this is what I think. When you have, for example, a whole bar of C7 chord, you can think of C7, just C7, or you can imagine a G7th chord, like in this case, no, the second minor 7th chord, the relative minor 7th chord. When you have G minor 7, C7 on the same bar, you can think of it just like a C7th chord, ignoring the second minor 7th. In this case, on the harmony, we have a C7 chord, and he thinks of a G minor 7th. It adds a certain movement to the harmony. Let's see this again quickly. That's the G minor 7th, and this would be the arpeggio on this position. Right? Then the C7 on this position, it has a not nice form, but this is the one on this position. So I think it's cool to think in this position, mixing both arpeggios, the second minor 7th and the C7. It's nicer that way. There are other positions where I prefer to ignore the second minor 7. But in this position, I think it's cool to mix both arpeggios. Okay. And the F major 7th here on this position would be this. You can add the ninth to that arpeggio. Okay, now let's see the other position. Let's see it on B flat. I don't know. I hope you like this other position. I'm not sure if it's very used, but let's see it. The first chord, C minor 7. This is all an F7 B flat. But you can think of the second minor 7 first, right? This is easy, and then you have to go over the 12 major scales. Here you have a big jump. Make sure to play this phrase really slowly at first. Now let's talk about another thing. My first idea was to make a really long video, which I'm not going to do. But I decided to make this video in 2 parts. Let's say in 4 parts, but this will be 2 parts today. The other 2 parts will be the next week, okay? Because otherwise we would end up with a video, I don't know, 1 hour long, and that's a lot. Okay, the first part today is the exercise, and now I want to talk about an idea that Jimmy used on this tune in 8 different moments. So it's a really important idea. And the next week I'm going to do another video with an exercise, and then I want to talk about his some phrases that he played on this tune that I liked, and that you can focus on that and analyze them. Okay, now I have to read these phrases because we have 8 different phrases. The first one, this is the idea. Jimmy uses these enclosures at 8 different moments on this tune. When we have an F major, we can play this, right? And this is very used in bebop. So we have the 5th, the 4th, 2nd, augmented 2nd, and 3rd. Okay. Initially, I thought, well, this is a dominant line, right? A C7, which is tonic, minor 7th, 5th, augmented 5th, until the 3rd of the F major 7th. But this is a crazy way to think of this. You have to simplify what you think, and these are all notes on F. So you have the perfect 5th, perfect 4th, the 9th, augmented 9th, till the 3rd. That's what's really happening here. So when I transcribed the whole tune, I found out that Jimmy plays this in 8 different moments. So I'm gonna put up here these phrases so you can analyze them with me. Okay, first phrase, we have A minor 7 flat 5 to a D7, where this phrase happens. So he plays. Right? All these notes are in on the same bar of D7. Right? Let's see the next phrase. On the next phrase we have a B flat minor 7th and an E flat 7th. And he plays the phrase starting on the 4th beat of the B flat minor 7th. Right? So we have this. Again. Right? He plays the whole phrase thinking in just this idea, and he doesn't mind to start the phrase on the second chord, on the second minor 7th. He just play it because most of the ideas you play on a 5th chord you can play them on a second minor 7th. Let's go to see the third phrase. Again we have on the first 3 beats this idea. Okay, etc. Again we have 5th, 4th, 2nd, augmented 2nd and 3rd, but in this case of A flat. Next phrase. Right? Okay. Again he plays this idea starting on the 4th beat of the previous bar, where we don't have this the second minor 7, but we have a different harmony. But it's when you start on the 4th beat, he's anticipating the next bar, okay? And he plays this line. Pay attention to that. He's playing this line. He's ending this line on the second chord, the A minor 7 flat 5, or A half diminished. This is what we talked a while ago. He's thinking here of just a big D7 chord. He doesn't mind there's an A half diminished chord there. He's just thinking of D7, and this line is approaching that D7 chord, right? Because you have here again 4, 5, 2, sharp 2 and 3 of the D7 chord. Okay? You have to pay attention to that. Next phrase. Again, we have a half diminished and a D7 chord. He plays here he uses a different hammer pull off. Interesting to use different hammer-ons, slides, pull-off, etc. Next phrase. C7, F7. Okay. Perfect. So he's anticipating the F7 on the third and fourth beat of the previous bar. He's already thinking F7 on the previous bar. Right? That's interesting. That's how they think before you can see how they think. You can see at least a bit. You can see how they used to think. You know, because he starts on the third and fourth beat of the previous bar. He's anticipating the harmony using this very common idea, which this idea you can think of this as in different ways, right? You can just say that you play this is the third, and you play an approach note from above and a double chromatic approach from below, right? To simplify, what's really happening is that perfect fifth, perfect fourth, major second, augmented second, and major third. That's what's really happening here. Okay, now let's go to the next one. Okay, see the next one. This is here we have a problem. What he's playing is, again, anticipating the harmony. He's playing, okay, but he's not going to the third of the D7. He's going to the fifth. But what I think here is that he, in fact, there in that part of the harmony, if you analyzed the song, the transcription I made, you will see that there, on the real book, etc., many people say here that we have the G minor 7, the C7 going to an F major 7 chord. But when I listen to the tune, I pay attention to the rhythm section, and especially to the bass. Okay, and here, and all these parts, I hear the bass implying this harmony, A minor 7 flat 5 to a D7, because in many parts the bass plays this: A, E flat, D, A. So that's okay. That's what the bass plays. At least I hear that. But clearly Jimmy is not playing that. Jimmy is playing a line that he's thinking an F major 7 there instead of a half diminished D7. And if he thinks that, also you just have to see the notes. Think of F7, F major 7, the fifth, sorry, the third, the fifth, the sixth, this chord, F major 7. So he's not playing a line thinking A half diminished, D7. He's playing F major 7 there. That's what I analyze. And that's why he plays that idea that fits perfectly on an F major 7th chord. So that's how I see this. Okay, now let's move on to the last phrase, the 8th phrase. And again, we have with another rhythm, we have this same idea, but in this case over G minor 7, C7. Right? That's what he plays, and again C7. It's the same. It's 5, 4, 2, augmented 2, 3. This is so important. This idea, I probably think that Charlie Parker came up with this idea. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that if we analyze Parker's solos, we will find this idea a lot, everywhere. I would say everywhere. So if you are into bebop, you would definitely need to use this phrase. That's why the exercise I made includes this phrase all over 12 different keys, right? If you've watched this whole video, I played these 8 different phrases, right? That he plays all over the tune. And now when I play again the exercise that you've listened at the beginning, now you can hear this idea very clearly, right? You know, you can hear it like a word. Like if I say car to you, you imagine a car, right? This is the same. We have to learn these small ideas, and in order to also be able to transcribe tunes and listen immediately to this. That's why you do all these things, and then all these things come to your playing. Another thing that I would like to talk about is that I hope you noticed that all these phrases are played on a major chord. You can play this on a 7th chord or on over a major 7th chord perfectly. You know, it doesn't matter. In fact, he plays, let me see, he plays this on these phrases over a 7th chord, 7th, major 7th, and 7th, 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 7th. So just in one case he plays on a major 7th chord when he plays this line over an A flat major 7th chord. But in your playing you can use this phrase on major 7th and 7th chord without hesitation. But what happens with a minor 7th chord? He doesn't play this phrase, this idea, over any minor 7th chord. But I think we can play this phrase on a minor 7th chord equally, but we would have to change the direction and notes in order to finish to the minor third of minor 7th chord. So, for example, we have D minor 7, right? First, D7. If we have a D7, remember, this is what we play. But if we have a minor 7th chord, we could change the line, and instead doing this, we can play it backwards. Right? So the line will be I don't know, it's just an idea that you have to develop. I don't know, I don't think I listened a lot just this without the fifth, right? Approaching to the minor third. That's really common. That's really common, but not the whole phrase, including the fifth. That's something that you could explore, because you don't have to play exactly what they play. You have to twist it and come up with your own stuff, right? Okay, I don't want to talk a lot more because we already have a lot of time, so I don't want to go to talk a lot, because long videos and people getting bored. So my idea is next week to make a second part of this video exploring Jimmy Raney's style on this tune, because Jimmy Raney's style is huge, but Jimmy Raney vocabulary specifically on this tune, that's better. Okay, remember, you can download this PDF with all these 8 exercises and the PDF of the exercise at the beginning of the video with the backing track, so you can practice at different speeds, plus the demo phrase at 3 different speeds also, on my Patreon, or here following the PayPal link on the video description. I recommend you to check out my Patreon page, because I upload backing tracks and lessons each Saturday. I think they are interesting, and also you can download this whole transcription of Jimmy Raney on my other YouTube channel. You have the full transcription. It's a 6-minute song. It's pretty complex. As I said, it's a university by itself, because you have a lot of things there. You will see next week. I want to talk about, I don't know, I think 10 or 12 phrases that he plays that I find interesting. And if you listen to the tune, I'm pretty sure that you can find more phrases, different phrases that than the ones I found. Okay, guys. Now let's see. I'll see you next week. I hope this is useful for you, and let's see you next week.